Thank you, Cathaoirleach. And Leader, this morning I'd like to raise the issue of local authority rental sector arrears. Quite frankly, and it is becoming chronic. The 31 local authorities are the main providers of housing for people who cannot afford it from their own means. As at December 2019, local authority rental sector arrears stood at almost €86 million, over €20 million higher than the figure at the end of 2014. This is a further €20 million in unpaid rent in the space of 5 years. I cannot help but wonder, has the rent arrears figure mushroomed dramatically during the past year of rolling lockdowns? I suspect it has. May I ask, has the Minister any figures indicating the expected level of rent arrears by this year end? Can I ask the Minister, how long are we going to allow this sum of rent arrears to snowball for? It seems nothing has been done to reduce the growing mountain of rent arrears. The Local Government Efficiency Review Group has recommended that social housing rents should be deducted directly from social welfare payments, and I quote, "To reduce overheads associated with revenue collection in this area and to substantially reduce arrears, as well as to streamline processes for local authority tenants and avoid accumulation of arrears." The group also recommended that this should be a condition of new tenancies. The group recommended these measures over a decade ago. There is an existing statutory mechanism to implement the recommendations of the group. Section 53 of the Housing Provision Act 2014 provides for the deduction of local authority rents and rent arrears from social welfare payments. It is a moderate provision. The amount deducted from payments is capped at a maximum of 15%. However, 6 years on, this section of the Act has not been commenced. I ask the Minister to explain to the taxpayer of Ireland struggling to pay their taxes, in addition to the either huge mortgages or crippling rents, why is everyone not being asked to make some contribution in accordance with their means, even if their means is a social protection payment? I am aware that anybody can fall on hard times, especially over the past year. I work with families and homeless people to try and put a roof over their heads. At the same time, I think it is only fair to the taxpayer that those failing to pay anything at all for their house should make some contribution. We also need to look at easier ways for paying local authorities rent. This is a pressing matter for the Minister for Social Protection, but also for the Minister for Local Government and Planning to address this matter. So I hope we can get this commenced very soon. Thank you.
Senator Keogan, you raised the issue of rent arrears in local authorities, and I take on board your point around, everybody should make a contribution based on their ability to pay. Absolutely. And where people fall on hard times, that's why we have a social safety net, and a very good one in this country. We need to protect people and look after them. But if you have the ability to pay and you just choose not to because you couldn't be bothered, that's not fair on everybody else. So I think there needs to be, we need to be fair across the board for those that are making genuine efforts to pay what is owed, and then we have to help people that can't. And that everybody should do their part and make a contribution, because that's how we all live, in a society together and live together alongside one another.